So we need to talk about retargeting and how you do all that, what the differences are, why you would do retargeting.
Yep. Okay, so...
How do you change things?
So, for context purposes, talking now about, we spoke before around the 3 stages of decision making: awareness, consideration, and then, making a purchase decision.
Yeah.
The retargeting element sort of falls after somebody started to look around for, a problem to their solution.
Yeah.
Then if they haven't taken the action you want them to take, you can then run a remarketing campaign which will display advertising in front of them based on their previous search history or based on their previous activities online. So that's essentially what remarketing is.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best examples I can give you of remarketing is a story of when I was in London, and we were supposed to fly from London to Paris, short little flight, and we were with this airline, this dodgy airline, because it was cheap. And I think it was just like a bunch of pigeons strapped together and we all just held on. And so the plane cancelled. They just cancelled the flight. Me and 180 other people rocked up at the airport and they're like, oh yeah, nah, not today. And we're just like, what? And so we're all stranded there. And everyone's in line trying to rebook, and we waited there for hours. And I had this Richard Branson moment where Richard Branson's, one of his famous things was he was in the same situation and he ended up chartering a plane, charging out the tickets. He held up a sign, handwritten sign saying Virgin Airlines, and that's how he started the Virgin Airline company. It's in his book, Losing My Virginity. And I was like, I'm going to do a Richard Branson right here. I'm going to go and find a plane, charter it, and get a bunch of these people to pay. So what I did was I started going online and I started looking for private helicopters, private jets, private planes, chartering. One company was like, yeah, we can do it. It's going to cost £6,000 one way. And I was like, oh, that's all right. How many seats on the plane? And they're like, 8. And I looked at me and the other bunch of cheapskates standing in line on the discount airline. And I was like, no one's going to be paying like £1,000+ for this. So I let it go. But what happened then, for 3 weeks after, I felt very expensive because all of the ads I saw online were for private jets and, check out the brand new Augustus helicopter and, boats and blah, blah. I felt super expensive.
Yeah.
And then that died down after about 3 weeks and I went back to being a pleb. But that whole remarketing part, that's where, if I genuinely was looking to buy a helicopter or whatever, they targeted me perfectly.
Yeah.
I saw the ads and there was offers and incentives, and so
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a little bit of a sticky question, because a lot of people outside of marketing kind of put it along the lines of stalking.
Yes.
That, you can be talking about something, or, you're saying something on Messenger, or you Googled something, you searched something, and the next thing you know, it's everywhere. A lot of people sort of bit angsty about that. But what are the benefits to the audience of being able to go back to things that you were searching for but maybe didn't complete?
Look, that's a really good point, because one of the things that even myself personally, I'm sometimes hesitant to click on an ad because I'm like, I'm kind of interested in what this person has to say, but I'm not interested at all in the 3 weeks of bullshit that I'm going to get in every single channel where I go online.
No.
I don't want to get hammered by that guy. And I literally have not clicked on things because I don't want to get remarketed.
Yeah.
Or I've switched to incognito mode to do it, which is a bit of friction. So the benefit to me of being retargeted is if someone retargets me with an offer and an incentive above and beyond what the original one was, then I'm like, damn, yeah, that's actually good. That might be enough to get me over the line, because something stopped me from buying in the first place. Yeah. Whether it was price, whether it was, it wasn't convenient at the time or whatever. There was something that stopped me from sort of making that purchase then and there. So if they can retarget me with some, contextual ads that offer me something above and beyond what I could have got originally, that's an effective form of marketing. Yeah. It's just that very few businesses will do that. Yeah. And a lot of businesses, a point that a friend of ours, Andrew, made before, a lot of businesses will continue to target after I've purchased. I've made the purchase and now I'm still seeing these ads and I'm like, oh dude, switch your ads off. Your targeting's not right. Like that's...
Just got to get it right.
Yeah, you got to get it right. So there is benefits, but there are a lot of annoyances in it as well. Yeah,
and I understand the annoyances, but like the same thing happened to me. Like I was Googling laser hair removal and I didn't like any of what I found. And eventually down the track, sweet, I found the deal that I actually wanted. I'm like, that's actually awesome. What I find personally as an audience member, when it comes to retargeting, I can tell which ones have been retargeted because of the Google searches that I've been doing. What I don't like are the ones that are targeting me because of my age bracket. Because then you end up with a lot of shit that you don't want. Like, I don't really give a flying bucket load of something for freaking engagement rings. Just because I'm in my early 30s doesn't mean I want to look at engagement rings. Okay, thanks.
Check out the latest baby range too. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So like clearly, if they had actually retargeted, if they'd looked at things properly, they wouldn't have bothered giving that kind of stuff to me. I'm going to completely ignore all that.
Yeah. So that would be retargeting based on demographic as opposed to interest.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that people should be looking at that more. So that's why I think there is actually a benefit to the audience when it comes to retargeting.
Yeah. And also I think as well, sometimes there'll be things that I'm not interested in, but I may be interested in. Like I might be really interested in this new thing. Yeah. And that's, I suppose, where a demographic targeting may come in handy, although it's a shotgun approach.
Yeah.
And then from there, if people start responding, you can then hone your retargeting down to only people that have responded to the first ad. So then you can have some more customized contextual stuff retargeted to them.
Yeah. And this might be getting a little bit confusing for our audience, but this is what we're here for, and this is what we would just do for you.
We can help stalk your customers.
Yes.
And then target them with precision and get them to buy stuff, and then provide you with transcripts about what they've been saying on their phones. Can we do that yet?
Totally.
Can't do. Yeah, we can.
We'll find a way.
Maybe.
It's all very simple.
Yeah.